Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be learning another simple but effective chess trap for beginners. This trap is called the Damiano trap. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So, the trap starts off with pawn to e4, and then your opponent responds with pawn to e5. Then you play knight to f3, attacking your opponent's pawn. Now, your opponent has multiple options here, but he plays one of the worst moves, pawn to f6, defending this pawn. So now, you sacrifice your knights, taking the pawn on e5. Now, if your opponent's a beginner, he's probably going to take back with his pawn. Then you play queen to h5, giving check. So your opponent has some options here. If your opponent blocks the check with his pawn, then you simply just take this pawn with your queen, giving another check, forking his king and his rook. Your opponent blocks the check with his queen, and then boom, you win a rook. Now, if your opponent plays king to e7 instead, you simply just take the pawn on e5, giving check. The only legal move for your opponent is to play king to f7. Then you play bishop to c4, giving check. Now, if your opponent plays king to g6, you just move your queen over here, giving another check. The only move is your opponent moves his king over here. Then you play pawn to h4. Then your opponent plays pawn to g3, attacking your queen. But you ignore that and play pawn to d4, check, opening up the path for your bishop. Your opponent moves his king over here, and then you give checkmate. If your opponent instead blocks the check with his pawn, you simply just take his pawn, giving check with your rook and your pawn. Your opponent's only legal move is move his king back, and then boom, same thing. Checkmate. Now, if instead your opponent blocks the check with his pawn, you simply just take the pawn with your bishop, giving another check. Your opponent moves over here. Now be careful, you can't move your queen over here because the bishop is protecting this square. So instead, you're going to play pawn to h4. Your opponent plays pawn to h6, making an escape route for his king. But then you play the brilliant move bishop takes on b7, attacking his rook. If your opponent takes back with his bishop, you simply just give checkmates. And if your opponent doesn't take with his bishop, you simply just win a rook. Now for the final demonstration. checkmate. And that is the Damiano trap. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.